Well, I haven't played any Forge for like the past 2 weeks. Specifically the adventure mode. I haven't really been on this for like the past 2 weeks, and okay, might as well maybe try and find another boss or two. So I actually started looking through some of the game files, looking at some of the custom card picks. Yeah, for things like Akroma's presence, Grizzlebrand's presence, and the like, those special abilities that those bosses had that you can't interact with directly in any way. I was looking to see like how many more bosses might be left. I think maybe like 4 or 5 maximum. I saw there was like mention of a Garruk boss, Zira Aryan. Something about a Hydra that I'd never found yet. Yeah, so far I've named like 3 bosses I've yet to go fight. Okay, I still have that folder open. Also Zedru the Greathearted or something. Also Grolnok. And a chef. There's still really not that many bosses left. And if I don't even find them all, then so what? So what? Big deal if I don't find all the bosses. I mean, at this rate, we are just playing for fun anyways. Still interested to see regardless if I can stumble into some more boss fights. Also, just gonna check to see what drafts may be available in these towns, see if we get anything like Masters Edition 3 or 4. Okay, I think 3. I have to double check exactly the contents of each set. But I remembered one of the Masters Editions having Bazaar of Baghdad. Not that I really care that much because I already own the card. I know one of them also has a Library of Alexandria. I believe another Masters Edition set has Demonic Tutor in it. These are some cards that are on a list of cards that you cannot get from the Smith, and I don't even know if they show up in any of the shops. Which makes the cards almost impossible to actually find. I'm probably not going to be playing any of these. That's why I'm thinking sooner or later I would probably rather just start like a brand new game. I don't know, maybe it'll actually be exciting to find cards again. Because then I'll find something like, oh, I can maybe use this. Because I have a deck that's pretty much almost like fully powered and I don't really need to tweak it much anymore. My deck, I don't really need to like power it up any further at this point. Maybe still get a few cards here and there for, like, quote-unquote, like they would be, like, side deck material. Maybe extra copies of Toxic Deluge if I just need more ways to easily just get rid of my opponent's creatures. That's a pretty decent card. I mean, I have like 4 copies of Force of Will, so I already have plenty of counter spells to go around. a Monket and some, I think, Hour of Devastation packs. Can't really think of anything I that badly want from Amonkhet, though. Or that I really want that badly in general. Still checking any towns I do run into regardless for their booster drafts. Unless there may be other sets that might have cards that you cannot get by really any other means. I mean, assuming that the cards I'm thinking about, like Library of Alexandria, Demonic Tutor, assuming those cards can actually show up in the drafts. Unless they're not able to show up in booster drafts either. I mean, aside from Amonkhet, I'm seeing like a lot more just recent sets being offered for booster draft. I'm seeing mostly recent stuff. Is this supposed to be the rare from this pack? Is that really supposed to be the rare card? -2/+2 and loses flying until end of turn. I don't know what's going on in the art here exactly. No idea. As long as this lands in your graveyard, lands you control have tap, add green or white. Interesting, interesting design space. Creatures with any enchantments on them can't attack or block. Okay, maybe I still want to grab some more mana shards and gold, just here and there. Oh yeah, we still start with 40 life. And ever since I found that body armor from the Sliver Queen, an extra card in my starting hand as well. If I cast a creature spell, this gets sacrificed. Yeah, the thing is, I have to cast it. I'm probably not gonna cast it. I'm just gonna use something like an Animate Dead to just cheat it onto the battlefield. Play a land. Play a Mox Opal. I have just enough mana to cast Time Walk. Alright, so I just get a free extra turn. Anyways, I'll just make him sacrifice his creature anyways. Emblazoned Golem kicked. If you paid the kicker cost, comes to play with X +1/+1 counters on it. Don't even know why I bothered to read that. I don't think I'm gonna... I don't think I'm bothering to read that. If the Mirrans won the unknown event on February 17th, 2023. If the Phyrexians won that event, I'm not even gonna bother reading the rest of this. Okay, I think there's probably a reason why I've never seen that card. Kiora's Island. Haven't I been to Kiora's Island already? I believe so. Except there's still mana shards here. Wait, there's a second Kiora? A second Kiora? Well, I guess we have to fight Kiora again. One land in my hand and it's a strip mine. I'm gonna mulligan. Oh no, I'm gonna mulligan down to 7 cards. Oh no, I mulligan to 7. Alright, Kiora gets a free 1/1 tentacle creature token every single turn. Okay, also, both of us... Okay, I forgot I could also just play another land this turn. Both players can play additional lands on their turns. And both players draw 2 cards instead of 1 for the draw step. Those are my 2 land drops then. I'll just draw even more cards and then in that case. Because Atraxa, that will just let me get several more cards into my hand. This is gonna give me 5 more cards in my hand. Ancestral Recall. Alright, I can then just Time Walk. Mox Jet. Bazaar of Baghdad. I don't have enough mana to do anything else, but that is fine. Unsummon. She can definitely pay the 1, so days won't work here. I'm gonna take 2 damage. Nice tropical island. Let's put the big creatures into our graveyard. I can just go grab, say, an Animate Dead or Reanimate off of this right now. And then draw into it immediately with another copy of Careful Study. Let's put Atraxa back on the field and get, like, yeah, 4 more cards into our hand off of this. Okay, I had another land drop. Mox Opal. Just enough mana to squeeze out a Time Walk. Play Bazaar of Baghdad. Ancestral Recall, just go draw, like, yeah, 3 more cards. Reanimate Grizzlebrand. Let's gain some life back. I guess I'll animate dead this guy too. Oh hey, another Mox Jet. Pass turn. I can just counter this thing, no problem. I have 2 Dazes and 3 Force of Wills. I don't think we need a strip mine. I'm already all the way back up to 43 life. I swear, not too long ago I was at like, what? Like 20 or something? I actually have enough mana to hardcast Force of Will. What is this? What even is this? Yeah, start with 40 life, and quite frankly, I don't even need like half that starting life total. I mean, I could have just attacked with Atraxa first and then played that Reanimate to bring back Grizzlebrand. Mox Jet. I'll play this as a land. Strip mine. I guess for now I'll just pass. I think now I might just Toxic Deluge the board. I'll get rid of 2 Tentacle tokens and then like 2 mana dorks. I'll just Toxic Deluge now. Let's go ahead and also Swamp Cycle while we're at it. And then just revive this. Destroy target creature, and then I get a 3/3 green frog lizard in its place. When off the Beanstalk, enters the battlefield, and every time you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, draw a card. That's pretty good. Ooh, Careful Study. Discard, discard. Perfect. We'll just revive another creature now, shall we? I'm gonna Surveil and keep that Force of Will where it is. Just get attacked in probe and just draw into it immediately. Pass turn. Whenever you cast a spell, you may remove a slumber counter from Eriksmithes. Need to cast like 5 spells before I actually be able to attack or block with this thing. And even then I'm still gonna just counter it. Okay, and then I just drew into Time Walk. Alright, attack you with these 2 big creatures, then cast Time Walk. I can just go do it again. Entomb. Animate dead, this thing. Draw 7 cards. put these back in my deck. Mox Sapphire. And then reanimate it. Mox Jet, play another land because apparently I can. Just seeing how much mana I still have. Okay, and it looks like plenty. Attack with all these. Animate dead, we'll just bring back Shield Red. Still have plenty of life to spare, so I'll bring back another creature. Okay, never mind, I seem to be out of mana. Okay, I had another land drop available. Now I'll bring back another creature. Return all creatures to their owner's hands except for... Doesn't have any other mana up. She's all tapped out after playing that Whelming Wave, so I'm just gonna daze it. I'm surprised I even still have a land in my deck here at this point. Win a game after casting 10 spells in a single turn. I mean, with all of this extra mana from all these Moxen that I'm just frequently drawing into, and then there's like Kiora's boss effect is letting both of us play one extra land per turn. Not really surprising. And then the fact that I have Ancestral Recall in here, so I can just pay 1 mana to draw 3 cards. Not really surprising. Do I now have 2 of this, technically? Another extra point of starting life. I think I technically do, like, now have two Bidents. Let's see. 2 Kiora's Bidents. Yeah, I own 2 of them now. Okay, I'm definitely not going to be trying to play a 5-1 for 4 mana with no abilities. I'm definitely not going to be trying to run this in any serious deck. Oh, hey, a turtle. That's a pretty fast-moving turtle. I can keep just about... I can even keep, like, hands that have, like, a single land on them, and I'll probably be fine. Especially if I have one of these, I can just Swamp Select and then go just grab another swamp out of my deck. I guess just also thin my deck out a bit, so let's do that. A turtle with flash. Interesting now. But anyways, I just want to be able to get myself on the board sooner or later. I think I'll take a careful study. Let's just cast it. Definitely discarding this. Okay, and also Shield Red. Doesn't need to be in my hand either. Taiko, the Patient Avalanche enters tapped. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it didn't die, scry 1 and put a +1/+1 counter on Taiko. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 1 blue or black. Make target attacking creature unblockable this turn. Okay. I'll just bring back the Hellkite. So I can just start drawing 2 cards every single time I attack. Alright, let's just find an Animate Dead within those 2 cards that I just drew from this. Bring another creature back. And then Shield Dread, Whispering One, just lets me revive this for free. Alright, I just drew Time Walk. I didn't even need the Time Walk to just win the game, but... Let's just say if I needed another turn to just continue attacking. I mean, I could have just continued attacking. I would have had like another turn to do that. Merfolk Elite. Apparently I did duel one of these. Apparently I had. I mean, at least I can still do draw 2, discard 2 with this. Choose one to stay on the battlefield. The untapped one, of course. I guess I'm still gonna get to Atraxa on the first turn. Looking at the top 10 cards in my library, there's gotta be at least one land in that somewhere. There is, in fact, at least one land in there. I'm gonna just summon this before even playing my first land of the turn, go figure. I believe I have enough mana. Mox Sapphire, Mox Opal, and 2 lands. I got enough mana for this deck to do what it needs to do. Anyways, I'll just search out another land anyways. Just to see what I'm gonna brainstorm into. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to really shuffle my library around. I didn't need to anyways. I didn't need to do much else. Yeah, I guess we did in fact just defeat Kiora again. Wasn't expecting to go fight the same boss twice, but I guess maybe multiple of like the same boss dungeon can generate? It's possible? I guess maybe it can happen. Anyways, I'm just gonna give these guys some of my extra cards I don't really care about. I completely forgot, I still have, like, yeah, 2 Ancient Tombs just lying around. Also, if we're ever gonna do anything with 2 Armageddons. A second Atroxa. I think I'm probably gonna be perfectly fine running just 1 anyways. Five copies of Bayou just sitting here, lying around. Five copies of Blood Crypt. Sure, why not? I don't feel like keeping the Brain Freeze without the card art. I don't think I'm actually putting Captain America back into a deck ever again at this point. I don't imagine at this rate I will anymore. 3 Cavern of Souls just lying around. Like, plenty of counter spells for days. Five copies of Delver Secrets, because why not? I completely forgot I had these lying around too, dig through times. I'm probably not gonna actually run these. Three copies of Force Spike. I don't think I'm gonna need my Force Spikes at this rate. I'm probably not just ever gonna need those. I was never really a fan of, like, these full art Ether Drift basic forests anyways. I mean, if I ever, like, need more basic forests, I believe I can just spawn them in on demand. Alright, I've also, like, purchased a few sketchbooks, so I can just pick between a few sets of basic lands I want. How many different card arts are there? 6? Okay, we have some of the old border ones. That's why there's 6 different card arts. Okay, did they go into my deck? Okay, they did. Definitely didn't mean to put those on my deck. So if I go back, I'll remove them, and then they'll just end up back in my collection. Wait, they just disappeared entirely? Okay, so if I remove them, then they just get deleted. That is fair. If I remove those lands that I just spawn in, they get deleted, that's fair. You can have as many basic lands as you want through that, but you can't really sell them. I don't even remember why I have this still here in my collection. Okay, this was another way to potentially prevent any of my opponents from gaining any life. Completely forgot I had it there. Got a bunch of... Okay, this is because I do remember buying a bunch of blue booster packs. That also did come with some basic islands. Yeah, they definitely did come with a few random basic islands here and there. I still can't believe SpongeBob is in Magic the Gathering. Like, how far has this game fallen in, like, the past, like, 2-3 years alone? With all the pop culture references now in the game. Still no clue why this card is upside down. I still have this upside down Mind Flayer here. Full playset of Misty Rainforests, sure. I'll keep these mountains. I already have like a lot of the... I already have like 7 of the Power 9 cards in my collection anyways. I'm probably not gonna need this anymore. Didn't really need that ever, actually, to be honest. Don't think I'm doing anything with overgrown battlements at this point. A few random planes here and there. I don't even remember where I got some of these from. Two copies of Primeval Titan, and I've never done anything with any of them. Extra copy of Reanimate, I'll just sell it back. I'll still keep the OG Art Rhystic Study. Probably never gonna actually run it in a deck, though, at this rate. Smothering Tithe. I'm not really gonna need Smothering Tithe. I clearly don't need Smothering Tithe. I gone this far without ever having to cast one of those. I mean, it only gets, like, insanely good in a game with multiple players. I mean, it's still an insanely good card, it's just not one I happen to be needing. I know Garruk is typically green. Well, there were some Garruks that were also, like, both green and black, but mainly green. So if I want to maybe find potentially another boss fight, maybe go look for Garruk, and I'll have to probably find him in the forest, most likely. I'm not expecting to find Garruk really elsewhere. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna teleport to. That's a very pretty looking Celestial Colonnade, I must admit. I mean, if I was actually, like, in need of some more mana fixing, if I didn't mind my lands coming in tapped, especially if I was playing these three colors, this would be really nice. One of the Triomes would be really nice. But yeah, I'm still pretty much just all set here with my Reanimator deck. Okay, surely I've been here already. Circle 2 of the colors below? Do the colors remain, like, circled, like, permanently? Like, how does this even... How would this theoretically work in digital? As you create your deck? So as I put the card into my deck, it's gonna make me just say, like, hey, pick two colors. How would this actually function in Forge, I wonder? Would it function as it's supposed to? Only one way to really find out. Put it in the deck and see what happens. Well, I'd actually have to find the card first. Only one way to find out. Actually put Cryptic Spires in my deck and see if it even does anything. Only one way to know for sure. Also, who might be over here, if anybody? Beastmaster Study. Well, I guess we'll go exploring. Yeah, a hand like this, you better believe I'm keeping it. Just want to briefly see what this does here. Depends on how the deck is built, really. Depends on how he builds his deck, we'll see how much this actually ends up doing. Well, I'm gonna get to go and draw 3 cards. then we'll just reanimate this Atraxa here. Bazaar of Baghdad. I already did play land this turn, but this is just getting crazier and crazier. Alright, just pass turn. Discard one card. I think I did so without even, like, picking the card, so... What did I discard? Oh, Time Walk. Apparently we went and discarded that. How about I just search the card directly into my hand? And then Gitaxian Probe can just let me go and draw it. As you create your deck... Okay, the answer is tapped, yes. Add 1 mana of either of the circled colors. No dialogue box came up to let me circle any colors on this thing. It just, you can put in your deck, and that's kind of it. It let me add the card to my deck. It didn't tell me, hey, start circling some colors. I tapped it for what now? Is this where my mana is? Okay, I just tapped the land down. I'm gonna give this guy another turn just because I really gotta see this again. So the land taps for absolutely nothing. They don't give you an option to, like, circle any mana symbols. So you basically just pick 2 colors. This makes 1 mana of either color that you pick as you make your deck. In Forge, it's literally useless. Alright, so that's how it works. It doesn't work at all. It doesn't work at all. So there's our answer. I mean, yeah, I was definitely curious to see, like, how it could be, like, integrated into this fan game here. Turns out it wasn't. Pay up to 2 less than required whenever casting an instant or enchantment. But you gotta pay 6 just to put this thing on the field. Instants and enchantments cost 2 less, but for 6. Oh boy, for 6 mana though. That's way too expensive. Trample. Other creatures you control also have Trample. And it's an 8/8 for 6 mana. Approach from behind. That way, if it does charge, at least you aren't in front of it. I mean, if this mammoth figures out that something's standing behind it, surely it can just turn around and then you'll be in front of it. I assume Vivian Reed, I assume she actually knows how, like, nature and, like, big scary beasts actually work. I assume, like, the green affiliated planeswalker would understand nature and, like, just wild animals. I mean, I don't know, I guess you just get lucky and it doesn't, like, bother to turn around before it charges. Okay, Wall of Blossoms, draw 1 card. It doesn't even have Flying or Reach. If that's just a Mimic, it's probably gonna be like, I mean, at this point, I don't really think I need to fight Mimics or just get, like, marginal loot at this point. Still looking around regardless to see what kind of booster drafts we might have available around here. Okay, another, like, town is offering Amonkhet Hour of Devastation. A Jumpstart. I don't believe I've ever partaken in any of those events. I don't believe I'm exactly familiar with what that is. March of the Machine. I think that was like something that came out like within like at least like the past 2-3 years. Magic 2014. Okay, that is definitely substantially older. Anything in here? A hunter's camp. Well, I got not much else to do right now. Let's just, I guess explore the hunter's camp a bit. Parrot. Don't know what that's doing around here, but yeah, I guess there's a parrot here. Alright, immediately destroy one of my artifacts. Well, I guess we'll just reanimate this on turn 1. Rampant Growth, search for a basic land card. I'm just going to attack. Opponent loses 3 life, and then they take 6 damage. Yep, turn 2. Summon, I guess, whatever this is. I don't know what I'm looking at there. Dangerous beast ahead, turn back now. Oh, you mean this right here? Oh, you mean that Hydra? What did I draw off Gitaxian Probe? Oh, a Reanimate. I guess I'll just, yeah, play that immediately. Okay, sure, Bazaar of Baghdad. Yeah, if you play a creature, you'll just be forced to sacrifice it next turn anyways. You'll just have to sacrifice the thing. At this point, I'm not even looking at what I'm adding. Just make him immediately sacrifice that creature anyways. Oh hey, there's Vivian. One of the Vivian Planeswalkers, at least. Damn, if I was playing a deck centered around +1/+1 counters, this would be pretty cool. Okay, that's also pretty good. That's also a pretty good card. Goldvein Hydra. Oh, is that a Hydro boss? Just sitting there at the other end? Sitting at the other end of this hunter's camp? I believe it is. It's like a boss Hydra, it looks like. I'll then just, yeah, I'll immediately revive this. Don't mind if I do. I don't have any blue mana available, so... And I did already play a land this turn, so I'll just pass. Oh hey, there's a Goldvein Hydra. X equals 1. Alright, so I'm already back up to 42. Domesticated Hydra, Monstrosity X. Okay, 3, and then just X generic. Put X +1/+1 counters on this thing. If it isn't monstrous, then it becomes monstrous, and then it would also gain trample. If it won't just, like, immediately die this turn anyways. Polyraptor. Okay, that's pretty cool. Every time it's dealt damage, just create a token that's a copy of it. That's pretty sick. This is the Vorinclex from Kaldheim, it looks like. Put twice as many counters on permanents you control, and each opponent only puts half as many counters on permanents they control. Okay, the big Hydra boss is moving towards us. Hydra of Chandalar. Wait, how many heads? 30 life? And 6 heads, and... they all have special abilities, right? Creatures your opponents control have provoke. Whenever this creature attacks, you may have target creature defending player controls untap and block it if able. So if I attack, I can force one of the Hydra heads to block. Whenever a creature an opponent controls deals combat damage to you while you have 0 or less life, the Hydra Chandelure deals that much damage to target Hydra you control. You can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win. Ditto. Ditto. I have to get rid of every single one of these heads, it looks like. Let's just say my opponent's at 0 life, instead of them actually losing life. Like, if I do, like, 4 more damage, then one of the Hydra heads is just gonna die. If first head of the Hydra would leave the battlefield... Oh, it's just gonna come back in 3 turns unless I can just kill him quickly enough. Can't cast more than 1 non-creature spell each turn. Oh, that even includes the Moxen. That's gonna slow me down. All those Hydras are gonna get free count +2 free 2 free +1/+1 counters. I'll lose 2 life every turn, he'll gain 2 life every turn. Exile 4 cards. From where? Exile 4 cards from where? No more than 6 creatures can attack you. I'm usually not playing more than 6 creatures anyways. Especially if I'm restricted to 1 non-creature spell a turn. I think this is the head I gotta get rid of first. Anyways, let's just see what we can do here. Careful study it is. Yeah, I just needed a lot of time to basically read all of those Hydra heads. I want to know exactly what I'm getting myself into here. Exiles 4 cards from their library. Just another reason I'm gonna have to play fast before this gets out of hand. Yeah, another reason to just try and play fast. Worst case scenario, I come back here with like a bigger deck. Well, let's just... Oh, I can actually attack one of the heads. I forgot about that. I can just pick which head to attack. Oh, I have to pick. I think I'd rather much just get rid of the head that's probably going to cause me the most inconvenience than go after his life total. Optional, provoke. Oh, it's optional. I'm still gonna go... Oh, never mind. Apparently I said no. Actually, no, I said yes, but the block, it wasn't able to block. You need at least 3 creatures to block this thing. And then I just remembered, oh, you need at least 3 creatures to block the troll here. If I can't use Ancestral Recall on my turn and another spell on the same turn, I might as well just use it on his turn. Then I just cast it on his. No, I'm not putting counters on his creature. No, thank you. If I play this, then I lock myself out of playing anything else. Oh, wow. I think we will just discard a Mox Jet. Defender. It does no mention of reach, so... I'm gonna reanimate... Atraxa. I was really thinking about it, what to do. Destroy all creatures. That can get rid of all the Hydra heads. That'll also kill my creatures too, unfortunately. When I'm just restricted to playing one non-creature spell a turn, the Moxen are not really going to be of much help. Again, I better just attack. Okay, now we actually are gonna do, like, triple block. The head that doesn't let me play more than one non-creature spell a turn is what I'm gonna kill. Just seeing how much more mana I got. I only have like 23 cards left on my deck. Well, I guess maybe forcing him to sacrifice a creature could also help. He's gonna get rid of one of his Hydra heads. Choose a card to discard. I was just thinking about which one. Oran Reef Hydra. He tapped everything to do this. He tapped down all of his lands, so the Hydra will not be able to pay the 1 here. So that means he can't pay the 1, so I'll just Daze to get rid of it. We'll just attack like this. I don't believe any of these creatures can even block. None of these creatures are flying or reach, so... Again, I'll just make him sacrifice another Hydra head. But the one that's just eating away at my library, I think, is going to be a real problem. Okay, that is fine. Again, tapping down every single land here. Tapping down everything here, so I can just Daze them. Return target non-land permanent opponent controls to their hand. Petty Theft. I want to get that 5th head of the Hydra off the battlefield. I want that to go away. Meanwhile, I still have only 10 cards left in my deck here. Whenever a creature an opponent controls deals combat damage to you while you have 0 or less life, Hydra Chandelar deals that much damage to target Hydra you control. Okay, that kills off the last Hydra head, so we just won game 1. Oh, there only was a single game. It was only one game. Presence of the Hydra. Okay, so basically another accessory. So that's basically a new accessory, isn't it? And we got some pretty cool cards here to also got some pretty cool cards here to show for that defeating the Hydra. Oh, there's even more treasure back here too as well. Assuming I even want to keep any of these right now. Yeah, so that's basically all green cards I see. Yeah, so I didn't think I was gonna be, like, finding a Hydra and then beating it up so soon. Especially with one of the heads just ripping 4 cards off the top of my library every turn. Grove of the Forest Titan. I just see, like, a giant, like, two-legged moose. Oh, wait, that's not a moose, that's a forest giant. That isn't a moose. And then it'll just revive a Troxon next turn. Fertile Footsteps. Okay, get a basic land put onto the battlefield. Yeah, I figured as much. I would definitely go find a land off of this. Looking at the top 10 cards in my deck, if there's at least one land, there's 4 lands actually in there. Put one of them into my hand. Right, where is my 2-headed Hellkite? I'm gonna go revive this too. Let's discard down to maximum hand size now, shall we? Arbor Colossus. 6/6 with Reach and Monstrosity 3 for 6. And I just pulled a Time Walk. Let's reanimate Archon of Cruelty. Just make him sacrifice his creature. And then cast Time Walk. Now we got an extra turn. Alright, any good loot from behind that forest giant? I guess maybe I'll keep this. If I want to do anything fancy with auras, enchantments, basically, I guess we'll keep that around. Dead of Winter. All non-snow creatures get -X/-X until end of turn, where X is the number of snow permanents you control. I have a few snow-covered basic lands. So maybe if I get like all my snow lands out, this could do like -3/-3 to everything. So we're gonna keep it. Might as well keep that around. Don't see why not. Doesn't really look like there's much else going on around here, so I'm probably just gonna leave. Well, I'll just sell a few more cards now, shall we? Grove of the Green Dragon. What green dragon? This one? Yeah, probably this one right here. Yeah, speaking of Garruk, I'm looking for, like, the boss, not one of the many Planeswalker cards. Looking for the boss fight, not a Planeswalker of him. So, this green dragon. Not a single land in that opening hand. So in other words, no, I don't want to keep that. I'm actually going to keep that Mox Jet handy. Oh, 3 visits. Just go get another forest card, put it onto the battlefield. Okay, I meant to click... No, I meant to click Atraxa and the Troll here. Meant to click those. Okay, I just found Time Walk. Off the top of my deck. Not enough mana to cast it. Okay, on second thought, never mind. Now I can't cast that. Okay, let's draw Brainstorm, I guess. I'll just throw these 2 cards back into my deck. Entomb, just put one of them into my graveyard. Anyways, pass. Daze. And attack for lethal. Not bad. Tropical Island. I'm not gonna say no to that. I'm not saying no to Tropical Island now. Even though I think I might already have like a full playset of those. Still not gonna say no to that regardless. Doesn't really look like there's much else going on here, so again, we'll just leave. Worm Pond with some troll in it. At least that looks like some troll. I'm just gonna keep walking around. See where else there is to go. Dinosaur Crater. I don't think this is where I'm gonna find Garruk, so we'll just go someplace else. Maybe I'll just do like a random booster draft. It's probably going to be at least a little more interesting than just curb stomp every single opponent I run into with. Yeah, discard this big scary creature into the graveyard turn 1. Revive it turn 2. Maybe even revive it turn 1 if I draw like enough like mana rock to just let me, like, I don't know, make like say 2 or 3 mana like in a single turn instead of 1. I think I redeemed the challenge coin, right? Anyways. Okay, so that's basically how the prizing is structured. I never thought to scroll all the way... I didn't know you could scroll down in this description here. I didn't know you could scroll down to see what is... Yeah, what is the prizing? You're guaranteed at least 1 booster pack. If you win like 2 of the 3 rounds, you get your challenge coin back. You have to win the entire event to keep your drafted deck, unlike in real life, where no matter what happens, you keep your deck. Win at least 1 round, you get 2 boosters. So you'll win something, but yeah, 3,000 coins just to get like 1 booster, that sounds like a terrible deal. So ideally, you want to be playing this to win. But I'm just going to be kind of playing this for the fun of it. Your opponents can't cast any spells during your turn. I don't think that's like super important to have him limited now. Not even that many opponents in this fan game anyways that I really that badly just want to make sure they can't cast anything during my turn. I mean, yeah, for one thing, this shuts off literally all counter spells on your own turn. I think I'm still just gonna grab it anyways, because even then you still have a pretty decent creature for 2 mana. It's still like a pretty solid creature for just 2 mana anyways. Seeing some really pretty solid stuff in white already that I'll be perfectly fine with playing. Alright, no white cards in this pack, unless we count this one as white. And then I gotta pivot into both black and green to make this work. I guess I'll just take the big dragon. When a creature dies under your control this turn, draw 2 cards, give a creature +1/-1. I could maybe kill one of my opponent's 1-toughness creatures, or I don't know. One of my creatures, if it's about to die, just draw 2 cards. That can have any number of cards named Tempest Hawk. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a card named Tempest Hawk. I mean, it has flying, so that makes it certainly easier to do some damage with it. But if I don't find, like, several copies of Tempest Hawk, then it's not going to be worth it. I probably want to take a piece of removal over another Tempest Hawk. I'm just a little nervous that if I don't like take enough of these, then it's not going to be worthwhile just grabbing this card. Because coordinated maneuver can actually kill one of my opponent's creatures. I guess I'll just grab that instead. Whenever this attacks, I can pay 2 mana to either give it a +1/+1 counter or make a token. Or make a 1/1. I'll probably grab the Hardened Tactician, though. I have another card that can just make tokens. That's pretty good, I think. Non-creature, non-land. Okay, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. Put up to 2 non-creature, non-land permanents with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Limited is a lot more like... That's a much more creature-oriented format, typically. Typically, you're playing a lot more creatures than non-creature cards, so... Okay, never mind. Could grab this. I'll take another creature. There's nothing else here I really that badly want to take. Well, I think I know exactly what I'm picking from this pack. Well, I know exactly what I should take from this one. I play that. In Limited, I'm probably just gonna win the game. In Limited, that's probably just gonna end games by itself. I actually did go to a Tarkir Dragonstorm pre-release where I did pull Elspeth Stormslayer, so yeah, actually, like, I actually speak from experience. Pretty much every game I played that Elspeth Planeswalker, it just single-handedly won me the game by herself. But if I do that, then I have to pick between... I don't necessarily have to pick between, like, 2, like, colors or 3 colors. I can attempt to run, like, up to 4 or maybe even 5 with... I mean, if I pick, like, if I find enough, like, lands that make, like, 2 or some even make 3 colors of mana. That's a solid piece of removal right there. And I just found another copy of Sed. I just found another knockout maneuver. Skirmish Rhino. Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about. There are lands that come in tap, but they'll make 3 colors of mana. If I find enough of these, say, maybe I could attempt to run a 4 or even 5 color deck. I mean, there's certainly enough mana fixing to potentially make 4 or even 5 colors viable in this limited format. I'd still probably rather not attempt to do a 5 color deck if it's not necessary. Three is honestly more than enough. I mean, a lot of other sets where the mana fixing isn't very good in general, I'd just try and only do like 2 colors, maybe splash a 3rd. But we have plenty of lands like this, and even some that make 3 colors of mana, so you have more ways to just fix your mana to get the colors you need here than like a lot of other typical expansion sets. Okay. I mean, this mana rock itself can theoretically get me one of the colors I'm missing. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna play that last ability at all. Add 1 mana of any color, spend it only to cast a dragon or an omen spell. Interesting. And then we have some of these 3 color cards where you could just pay 1 mana of the color that the mana symbol represents, or just two of any kind if you, I don't know, maybe you're not running like all three of this thing's colors. Exile target non-land permanent the opponent controls until this leaves the battlefield for 3. Any non-land permanent. I know exactly what I'm taking here. Okay, pay 3 mana for a 4/4 and then pay 3 mana again to be able to attack with it each turn. At this rate, I don't really think I'm touching blues, so we're just gonna go with that. I'm thinking this is probably like, this might be the best card in this pack. When this creature enters, draw a card. Costs 1 less to cast for each creature you control. Or I could take a land that can just help me with mana fixing. Okay, speaking of mana fixing, this is definitely another way to do it. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped and shuffle. And if you play a dragon, then you can just put this back in your hand to cast it again later. That's certainly another way to do it. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. Not bad, actually. I'm just gonna grab one of these. Okay, we have another way to just get rid of one of my opponent's creatures. Or if need be, I guess maybe also an artifact. Another copy of Voice of Victory. Because sure, why not? Really pretty looking full art basic forest. I'd rather actually take a card that can maybe help me win instead. Another, like, Dalkovan encampment? Really, like, nobody wants this. Okay, I got the pretty looking forest. Okay, we have the full arts that are basically just close-ups of dragon's eyes with, like, the mana symbols for the pupils. I think I'm just gonna go probably take, like... I think I might just take the some of the full arts. I'll see what other, like, card arts they have. I guess while I try and figure out which colors I actually want to go play. And I have some cleaning up here to do. While I just desperately try to figure out which colors I'm actually playing. I mean, for sure white, so that's basically a guarantee. I only did get 2 Tempest Hawks. Oh well. Okay, that leaves me with 12 creatures. Okay, that's really not that many. If all else fails, I can just... Instead, I don't know. I guess I'll put one of these back in my main deck. No, I want to continue just adjusting the deck. And I usually want to have at least like 15 creatures in my decks. Usually do want to play at least like 15 creatures. 14, 15 creatures is like a reasonable amount. At this rate, I don't really think I'm going for like all 5 colors, so we'll take that out too. So I'm ultimately cutting out red entirely. Wait, how much black do I even... I barely have, like, any black, also. Don't even have that much black, either. Now I have some cards that are, like, both black and red. Simultaneously. Okay, that's 18 lands right there. Okay, now we're back down to 17. I think we can do better than just that combat trick. Okay, 7/7 with reach. 6 mana to cast it, but it could be a 7/7 with reach, or I can make a 3/3 white spirit creature token. I guess something to do for 6 mana. We already got something to do for 6 mana here as well. I guess I'll go down to 1 Reigning Victor. 14 creatures, 9 spells. Combat trick, or I could destroy a creature that has flying. Given how there are dragons in this set, that means there's like plenty of those to go around. There should be plenty. Alright, let's actually start playing some Magic again. Okay, I do need to control a creature for this to actually be usable. During your turn, this creature's first strike. Okay, I guess, yeah, better late than never still. Artifact creature, ape snake. Am I reading that right? Another land that comes in tapped. I mean, at least I'm gaining some life back still. So it could be even worse off. So let's just, I guess, hide behind that now. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, this gets a +1/+1 counter, and then you scry one. Okay. I believe I can cast this for 3 mana. I'll just cast it for 4 anyways. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains indestructible until end of turn. I can attack and probably only do like 3 points of damage here. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna do any. I forgot about the 1/5. A +1/+1 every single turn? Put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control every single turn. Okay, now that's a 2/6. That's 5 toughness. I mean, this can always just get rid of it, too. I don't know, I kind of just actually feel like playing some more creatures on the field. Ooh. He's got a Tempest Hawk, too. Okay, that's a second spell, so that's gonna get a +1/+1. Okay, this has reach. Very unfortunate that that has reach. Creatures you control get... Okay. I forgot about this having an activated ability. Yo. Let's get rid of this. And then see what to do about all that there. Okay, I did the best I could there. Oh, wow. Alright, I just pulled the Stormplane Detainment so I can get rid of that other creature there. Well, at least I get to make some tokens before this dies. And I'll just get another Tempest Hawk. And yeah, since I have some tokens that are gonna die at the end of the turn anyways, let's just turn these into card advantage. I was like, okay. This Mardu strategy, this mobilize keyword, just spits out a bunch of 1/1 tokens that are gonna die at the end of the turn anyways. This seems like a pretty good value engine. Hexproof from Monocolored. I'm just gonna take 4 damage. I'll cast this as a creature. I'll attack with just this here. Block with just 1 creature. Okay. I don't have any mana left to use the ability a second time. Put a +1/+1 counter on each, yeah. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and then they also all gain flying. And if I need to destroy one of my opponent's creatures also, I don't know, Elspeth really just does it all, man. Okay, I just already decided no blocks, apparently. Also, yeah, by the way, they all gain flying as well. I'm gonna keep this hand also. Hopefully find a plane sooner or later. Okay, that also works. Dragon's Prey. Destroy target creature. Costs 2 more to cast if it targets a dragon. Okay, then. I'll just get the Voice of Victory back when this enters, it's fine. Oh no, it's this. Yeah, every combat just put a free +1/+1 counter on a creature. Static Snare it is then. I think I'll just kill the 4/3. Okay, how many other spells are we casting this turn anyways? I guess I'll just summon another creature. And I guess just pass the turn until, I don't know, something better comes along. Distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures you control. This should help. That should help us, certainly. I guess I'll just distribute them, like, evenly amongst all 3 creatures. I didn't see any creatures that fly on his side of the field, so... I'm just gonna get rid of this here. I sadly didn't find, like, more than 2 Tempest Hawks. In that case, I guess I will just play another creature. I'll go the whole game without seeing like a second white mana source, so I won't even be able to cast... Can't even cast Elspeth, but still gonna win anyways. I'm just use the other mode on this dragon to go make a soldier. Okay, this won't be able to search up other copies of Tempest Hawks because I just so happen to draw both of them already. Sacrifice this creature, deal 6 damage to target creature with flying. I'll just play another flying creature then. Alright, I'll just take 7 damage then. Again, sadly I don't have any more Tempest Hawks in my deck to go search up. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna be doing about this guy right here. Okay, at the very least. Well, I can now cast something that costs 4 mana now. Okay, 5 mana now. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. If a dragon was beheld, surveil 2. I will behold a dragon. Can I just pick the one in my hand instead anyways? Oh, choose a creature to do damage to an opponent's creature first, right? Okay, now I'm gonna behold the dragon. Yeah, that one soldier isn't gonna do anything. Indestructible and Death Touch. Okay, so it's gonna be attacking me. That's like 8 damage total coming my way if I just let it through. I'm gonna gain some life back anyways, it's fine. Oh, I actually got him here. got him with just enough extra life, just extra damage from... Yeah, the Rhino taking off 2 points of life, I was able to get in just enough damage there. What does that do again? Menace, mobilize 1. A +1 counter on up to 1 target creature and draw a card. And that's gonna come in, so I'm gonna take 3. Target creature can't block this turn. I'm not able to block this thing with only 1 creature anyways. Okay, let me just do this and this. Do a little knockout maneuver there. I'm already at 8. I'm only at 8 life now. I'm gonna have to do something here and quickly to not die. I'm gonna do Stormplane, my other copy of Stormplane Detainment on this. Oh. Oh, wow. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Elspeth by herself. I don't think that's gonna win me the game by itself now. Let's make some soldiers. Attacking Elspeth, I see. So block here, yes. Okay, I can just play another creature that can block, sure. But what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do about the creature that flies? I don't know, play my own flying creature? I guess play my own creature that flies. And what am I gonna attack into? A 3/5? Not having my third color is not helping either. That's certainly not helping me either. Oh, +1/+1 counter on each creature I control. Flying, they gain flying until my next turn. I'm gonna try that. Exile a creature I control in my graveyard. Attack with everything. How much damage is this? I'm gonna die no matter what, surely. I'm hoping it didn't just keep, like, the wrong hand again. Okay, I need to find more land cards. Still. Okay, now I really need to find, like, more land cards. I'm not finding any land cards. They're just not coming. Yeah, I think the game's just over. Yeah, this came way too late. Also, literally every single spell in my hand is white, and I have no planes. I can still play round 3 if I want. Oh, collect rewards? Okay, so I guess I won't even get my challenge coin back. So if I lose round 2, then I guess I don't get... I guess I don't play... Yeah, I don't play round 3 then. Anyways, I still have a challenge coin made of gold. So it's like, yeah, big deal. Whenever a creature you control enters, if you cast it, destroy that creature. Then create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. Not sure why I'd want to be doing that exactly. Mistrise Village. Next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. That's a pretty nice land to be pulling. I'll probably just sell the rest of the cards back. I don't think I really need, like, or... I don't really think I care about the rest of the cards in those packs. Okay, so there was another Final Fantasy booster draft being offered there, I see. Alright, now let's try and just run around all these trees. I know there's a lot of them. Okay, maybe I have already been up here. That I probably have. I don't know, just looking around to see if, I don't know, maybe there are any, like, magnifying glasses on any of these caves and dungeons. If I don't see a magnifying glass, then it's like, okay, that's a sign I've probably already been there. And that's how I pretty much know I've already been to that. dungeon or cave. Okay, it looked like I even went to this one too. There's probably nothing on this random island here, I wouldn't think. That being said, I still just... Because I can fly, theoretically? I can always just fly. No, that's not what I want to equip. Hold on a minute. Equip. No, that's my deck. Those are my decks. If we suddenly lose the ability to fly while we're just flying over the water, I don't even know what happens. I don't know, I feel like they really should put something here that's... I feel like something, like... They should put something here aside from just, like, the same enemies you can probably just find anywhere else. Or on this island out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, there's Entomb. Yeah, something I can use to just bring that dragon back. What actually does happen if I just go all the way out to the edge of the map? Okay, so I can still walk on the water? Can I still walk on the water even when I stop flying? So I still have the ability to walk on water. Even once I lose the ability to fly. I thought I was like, okay, I'm gonna get stuck here unless I just, I don't know, use the blue staff again to keep flying. But no, we're just gonna walk on water. Even though there's like literally nothing going on out here. I don't know, just want to see what would happen. I don't know what else I was really expecting. You're definitely like not meant to go out here. Don't know what else I'm supposed to expect. You're not supposed to be out here. Can I just keep walking indefinitely? Can I just continue to walk indefinitely off the map? Can we really just, like, do that? Like, walk out of bounds? I wonder how far out of bounds you could go. Like, I wonder how far, like, how far do you think I could walk? Like, is there a limit to, like, how far one can walk? Or would the game maybe start breaking after a certain point? You just go, like, way beyond where you're supposed to be. Yeah, because for one thing, I'm not supposed to be out here. And another thing, there's, like, nothing to even do out here. Don't know what else I was really expecting. Of course there's nothing to do. I guess I'm, like, completely out of bounds right now. Yeah, I believe I am completely out of bounds. Okay, I can still walk. Just fine, even without that blue staff. Okay, when are we gonna be, like, back on screen? Okay, there we are. There's my character. Okay, we made it back. Alright, we're back on land. Okay, another Final Fantasy booster draft. I already did play one of those. In this adventure mode game, not in real life. So I mean, at least I did find a Hydra boss and I beat him like first try. I somehow found Kiora a second time. Yeah, as in the Planeswalker Kiora. I found a second one of Kiora. So of course I just went and like defeated her a second time as well. So now I have like 2 Kiora's Bidents. I don't recall if I've gone down here yet and done anything here. I do not recall. I've probably been in Elven encampment already. I've probably been there. Just some random cave with like 1 treasure chest. There's a good chance it's just a mimic. Scars of Mirrodin block. Interesting. Not particularly looking for Scars of Mirrodin block though, but interesting to see that being offered. Zendikar block. Well, what's Kiora doing here? I don't know, I could have tried to see if like I could beat her again. just for the hell of it. But yeah, this time is limited. Ether Drift. Okay, that's from like this year, I believe. Okay, we got 2 more of these, like, forest-looking caves I've never set foot in before. The Honey Cove. This was definitely not, like, what I was expecting to find. Not expecting to find one of these, so I got a bunch of bears here. Or Grizzly Honey Guards, as they're also called. Yeah, so we will, in fact, have to, I guess, just fight a bunch of bears. Or just turn around and leave with nothing. In that case, I guess I'll just fight some bears. forest bear. Fish and bear paws. One can't have both. Spectral bears. If this attacks and I have no black non-token permanents, this won't untap during the next this won't untap during the next untap step. This probably won't be attacking though. Yeah, I didn't think so. What does Specialized 4 do? I have no idea. No idea what Specialized 4 is. Suddenly you hear strange sounds coming from behind you. A coarse voice thunders behind you. Honey mine, you die. Why does this bear kind of look like the Tasmanian Devil? Oh, Protean Hulk. Invigorate, that's... If I want to still continue to improve my Infect deck, Invigorate's a pretty good card. If I ever want to play Infect again, this is going straight in. Have an opponent gain 3 life, give something +4/+4 for 0 mana. You're not even trying to, like, you're not even aiming at their life total, so... yeah. I gave you 3 life, but you still have 10 poison counters, you're still dead anyways. I guess before we go and fight this bear, I want to see what treasure we're getting here. Whenever Argothian Worm comes into play, any player may sacrifice a land to put this worm on top of its owner's library. You can play lands from your graveyard, that's... There's definitely some decks where you can really take advantage of this. I'm gonna keep this snake here. That lets you play the lands out of your graveyard. I'll just sell the rest back, most likely. Let's fight the bear, then. Okay, starts with an Up the Beanstalk on its field. Yeah, we have a really, really good hand here. That is definitely a keeper. Anyways, I'm still just gonna, like, do this and pass. Let's see what I find off of Careful Study. Let's see if I just draw into a creature, then can immediately discard it. Nope. Doesn't look like that's happening. Bear down. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, sure. Okay, another Birds of Paradise. Alright, let's actually start to get some more cards into our hand again. Including my next land drop. Okay, I know exactly how I'm getting this in the graveyard. I guess I'll reanimate it too. Anyways, pass turn. Owlbear. When Owlbear enters the battlefield, draw a card. I believe I can counter this because the bear didn't leave any mana up. Or let's just gain a bunch of life. Ancestral Recall, let's just draw 3 cards for 1 mana. I'll just draw another card off of that, I suppose. Why the hell not? Discard, discard. I'll discard another land, I guess. Vivian Monster's Advocate. Again, tapping down everything. This came in tapped. 1 land, 2 land, 3 lands. 4 mana, 5 mana. This costs 5. Days. Okay, so I'm now at 53 life. Let's just draw 7 cards. And then do Force of Will. Okay, it's true, I do have to exile a card out of my hand. Alright, just attack with everything. Boseiju Who Endures. If I want to close out a game with like big green stompy deck and raise Forerunners. Yeah, that would certainly smash a city to pieces, alright. 7/7, Vigilance, Trample, Haste. Other creatures you control get +2/+2 in Vigilance and Trample also. Yeah, that would certainly bring a city to pieces. Owlbear Adventure? What am I looking at? What am I looking at here? Vigilance, Reach, and Trample on a 2/2. You can have a background as a second commander. I've never played with backgrounds. Anyways, we'll just beat up some bear. That got mad at us because we got a little bit too close to its... Yeah, it's honey. And then we just do what we usually do with our Reanimator deck and just beat the shit out of that bear. Alright, sure, let's just get 2,000 more gold. Just by selling a few other random cards I happen to have lying around. Alright, and that Tasmanian Devil looking like... That Tasmanian Devil bear. I just met him again at the end, apparently. And now he's at the inn. I don't know, maybe looking for honey. I don't know. Not really sure if they got me there. At this rate, I don't even know if I'm gonna do any more, like, Forge Adventure Mode streams. I mean, I'm gonna probably do more Forge Adventure Mode streams, yeah, surely, but... I'd probably wait until, like... I mean, I don't know. I might wait until, like, 1 or 2 more new expansion sets come out. I'm kind of interested in Lorwyn Eclipsed, honestly. I think that's probably the set from next year that has me, like, the most interested, like, the most interesting set. So we have, yeah, that, 2 other in-universe sets, and then 4 external IPs. I'm still likely planning on just waiting until Lorwyn Eclipsed fully releases. I think, like, within, like, a week of, like, all the cards in the set being spoiled, because the Forge dev team, just, they work stupidly fast to get, like, all the new cards in the game. So give it, like, a week or 2, and then all of Lorwyn Eclipsed will be in this game, once all the cards have been spoiled, once we actually know, like, what the full set looks like. It's gonna come out in, like, January, I believe, of next year. We're still in November, so we still have a while to wait. I don't know, Lorwyn was like such a cool block. It was like overall like a really great like not just like one set, like the whole block was like really neat. And yeah, when we also do the update, we're also gonna get... Okay, what came out since Final Fantasy? I know Spider-Man. We're also gonna get Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't even remember if there were like any other like in-universe sets after Final Fantasy. I don't even think there were. I think like, yeah, like after Tarkir Dragonstorm, it was just like all external IPs. Final Fantasy? I mean, I guess at least like it thematically somewhat meshes with Magic the Gathering. That plus, I think it was like, I think it's still like the highest grossing set like of all time. I heard something about Final Fantasy like in Magic being the best selling set of all time. Spider-Man, on the other hand, really doesn't fit with the rest of Magic. Avatar, I think it could work. But yeah, anyways, I'm done, like, I'm done with rambling on for now. I'm just gonna end stream.